What's up, guys? It's SevDoes here, and we've got not a devlog. I repeat, not a devlog going on here. I don't know. I've been doing some thinking, and I'm not too sure about the devlogs, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. First off, I just want to say thank you to everyone who commented on the first devlog. Very cool. And the reason I say that is because I've recorded and I started editing the next devlog. I re-recorded it at some point because I just wasn't happy with the first pass of it. So it's all ready and able to be put together, and I might put it together if I find the time or the will to do so. As I was making it, and now as I'm in the editing process of it, I think I've realized that I kind of don't want to do devlogs. Now, I feel like logically it doesn't really make sense because I think devlogs are the best route to go when it comes to making the game and making it discoverable and making sure that people are aware it exists and that people can follow its development. But honestly, I just haven't been feeling very good about them. Part of it is just like when I get to the end of recording all of it, I listen back on my voice and I'm like, this is not well structured. I'm not getting my point across. I'm like stuttering too much. And it's not just because I don't like the sound of my own voice. I mean, I don't. It's more so just that I feel like it's not showcasing the game good enough. I feel like, and that's like a thought that's been in my head since like the first devlog. I mean, I've tried making devlogs even before that one, and every time I just drop it because I just don't feel good about it. And the one that I did release was the one where I was finally like, you know what, it's good enough, I'll just post it. But then I had another thought that I feel like is the final nail in the coffin, so to speak. It's the thought that makes me not want to do devlogs, and it's the idea of art speaking for itself. I think I realized the real thing that bothers me about talking about mirror drama is that I just don't like explaining why things are the way they are or why I decided to make things that way. You know what I mean? It's just something where it's like, I don't know, I just don't like the idea of the guy who's making, let's say I'm making a painting, right? It feels very dumb to be there and to explain, this is why it looks like this. I made this brushstroke this way to be like that. It's like, I would rather the audience come to that conclusion than me just like explain it, right? And if this was like an action RPG, like shooter, first person shooter type thing, if this was like a different game where, the only thing I'm explaining is how I made said game mechanic and whatever, I think it'd be fine. But the problem with mirror drama is that it's such a visually and story focused and character focused game that I really can't talk about it without just explaining everything. You know what I mean? I'm not just showing off a game, I'm showing off a story, I'm showing off art, I'm showing off music, and it's like I don't really know how to explain all of that without just dumbing it down and being like, I made it this way because it takes place in the 90s. Oh, and this is that way because it's thematically relevant. It's like I just would rather the audience come to that conclusion themselves than for me to just spoon feed it. And I'm saying all that to say that I think going forward, I still want to make videos about mirror drama. I don't want to be the one talking about it. That's the only thing. So I think in the future, what I'm going to do is, instead of devlogs, I'm going to release showcases. And what those will be is, it's not going to be me talking, it's just going to be me showing off different mechanics or different parts of the game as I'm updating them. So instead of me just being like, here's this thing, I like how this turned out, this looks like this because it was this inspiration, instead of that, it's just gonna be raw footage. It's just gonna be me playing the game and just recording it and then uploading what I record. It's not gonna be anything fancy. Maybe there'll be like a fade in, fade out. I'll edit it slightly, but for the most part, it's just gonna be raw footage, and I'm not gonna be talking or anything like that because I just don't like it. I just don't like it anymore. That's kind of the update. Again, I may or may not finish editing that second devlog, but I want to try out the showcase thing, and I feel like if I end up doing that for long enough, that devlog will become outdated anyways, so I'm probably not going to upload the second devlog. It's probably not going to happen, you know, GG's and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Sorry if you were expecting the second devlog and it just hasn't come out, but I will continue I'll do the showcase thing. I'll do the whole showcase idea, and we'll see how that goes. At least at that point, there's like updates, and you know, people following along can see what's going on with the game, how it's come along, that sort of thing. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Like it if you liked it, all that. Goodbye.